Girl, y'all need to get sat for this tea because word on the street is that there is some serious drama brewing at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as Rasheeda and Kirk's contract was terminated and the couple fired from the show. Sources close to the production team are spilling the tea that executive producer Mona Scott had had enough of their antics as the couple has been stepping way out of line, violating contracts, throwing tantrums, and even, get this, Rasheeda and Kirk have been feeling untouchable for quite some time. But then Mona had enough of them and she decided to terminate their contract. So, before Kirk and Rasheeda joined Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in its very first season, Rasheeda and Kirk were already well known in hip hop circles thanks to Rasheeda's rap career. And for those who might not be aware, Rasheeda had made a name for herself as a popular Southern rapper who got popular because of her rap skills and her model-worthy looks. Also, Kirk played a major role behind the scenes as he doubled as her husband and manager. With her career kicking off, Rasheeda and Kirk joined Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and it didn't take long for them to become fan favorites. Over time, they embodied everything the franchise stood for: drama, loyalty, betrayal, and scandal. The highlight of their time on the show was about how messy their marriage was, how Kirk couldn't keep his things in his pants, and Rasheeda's never-ending forgiveness kept fans talking. And just when we thought things couldn't get messier, Kirk got Jasmine pregnant. Initially tried denying it, but later owned up to being the father after a DNA test was done. However, just as fans were gearing up for the drama the next episode promised, multiple media outlets began reporting that Mona Scott had officially terminated Rasheeda and Kirk's contracts and they were fired from the show. Inside sources revealed how the team was having problems behind the scenes. Inside sources revealed how Rasheeda and Kirk were slowing filming and spilled the tea on how Rasheeda had become hard to work with. The sources revealed that Rasheeda wanted more control over how the show portrayed her. She pushed back on certain storylines and even refused to film scenes that didn't match the image she wanted to show, and that left the producers frustrated because Rasheeda, who used to be fine with the drama, was now turning down anything she thought was fake or bad for her brand. But that wasn't all. There were reports of Rasheeda walking out of meetings, acting like she was too good for the show, even claiming she didn't need it anymore. And Kirk wasn't making things any better. He was reportedly showing up late to filming, causing tension with the new cast members. One crew member even said to his face that he acted like he was above it all, treating the production like they owed him something. And don't even get me started on the shady rumors, unpaid appearance fees, and secret brand deals that went against their contracts. Honestly, this situation went from 0 to 100 real quick. They went from being a power couple to a full-blown management nightmare. But despite all the tantrums and contract drama, Mona wasn't about to let them go because of the drama they brought to the show, the new viewers they attracted, and let's be real, every Love and Hip Hop fan loved them. However, patience eventually ran out. Mona is no stranger to conflict, but this time was different. The breaking point came during a scheduled shoot that was supposed to be a simple filming day, but it quickly turned into chaos. Sources close to the production say the scene was meant to focus on Kirk's new business project, but tension was already high. Rasheeda allegedly showed up upset and immediately clashed with the producer over the scene setup. She accused the team of trying to make her look bad on camera and refused to film what she called a fake storyline. The argument escalated into a shouting match, and crew members say it got so heated that security had to step in to calm things down. Then Kirk got involved, siding with Rasheeda and telling the producers to stop filming. He even contacted network representatives and demanded they cancel the scene, which cost the production thousands of dollars. So what was supposed to be a routine filming day ended with no footage and a stressed out crew. Inside sources revealed that Mona's relationship with Rasheeda and Kirk became seriously strained after their outburst at the production team. From that point on, any communication between them was strictly business. And let's be real, we all know the reason Mona kept them on the show for so long was because they were fan favorites. But even Mona has a breaking point, and eventually Kirk and Rasheeda pushed her too far. This time things went all the way south. An inside source revealed that the crew was scheduled to film a scene focused on Kirk's new business project, but things quickly went south when Rasheeda allegedly showed up already upset. According to the source, she immediately clashed with the producer, accusing them of trying to make her look bad on camera. Rasheeda reportedly refused to film unless major changes were were made to the script, calling the entire storyline fake. The situation turned into a full-blown shouting match between crew members, and things got so intense that security had to be called to calm everyone down. Then Kirk stepped in, took Rasheeda's side, and told producers to shut the whole scene down. He even contacted network executives and demanded the scene be canceled, which cost the production thousands of dollars. What was supposed to be a routine filming day ended with no footage, a stressed-out crew, and a lot of unanswered calls. That's when Mona realized this wasn't just drama for TV. This was sabotage. Mona called a private meeting with production and her legal team. And according to sources, the conversation wasn't just about that one blow-up. It was about an ongoing pattern of disrespect and repeated violations of the show's rules. What makes this situation even messier is that production has no plans to give Kirk and Rasheeda the proper exit they might have once deserved. Sure, they could have written a scripted send-off to wrap up their storylines with grace, but after all the drama, disrespect toward the crew, and tension with the cast, the team agreed it was time to cut them off completely. Just like that, their characters were done. Inside sources revealed that while Mona Scott tried looking away from Kirk and Rasheeda's excesses, stealing from production by signing endorsements with companies who are rivals to those sponsoring love and hip-hop could not be overlooked, the source revealed that Mona, Kirk, and Rasheeda had a meeting where she told Kirk and Rasheeda they had to end the endorsement deal because it was against the contract they signed. When they refused, she had no other option than to reach out to her legal team, who proceeded with terminating their contracts. Also, I feel the reason Kirk and Rasheeda acted the way they did was because they were not just casts of love and hip-hop. They built a brand they needed to protect. While love and hip-hop gave them the platform to build the brand, going with any script may lead to a case of conflict of interest because she now has to protect her brand, decide how she can be portrayed on the show, and that may not go well with love and hip-hop as they gotta follow scripts. Mona Scott firing Rasheeda and Kirk after they stole from her had fans talking, and they left comments saying the whole show needs to shut down. These storylines are becoming really ridiculous. These shows has ran their course. Reality shows time to move on and come up with something new. After I seen Jasmine on the show, who had a son with Kirk, while they were on break, and I said it's time for Rasheeda and Kirk to get off the show. Let the young folks have it. They have businesses and a marriage and a lot more to lose than other on the show, which makes this really hard to watch. His ass being extra sneaky and trying to act nonchalant, he overdid it on acting nonchalant so much so that his ass became boring, sneaky and lying all the time. That's all I remember him doing repeatedly. So, do you think Mona Scott would give Rasheeda and Kirk another chance at the show due to their popularity? Or do you think she is done and would move on from them? Let me know what you think in the comments. Then check out this next video